Hello and welcome everyone. We're going live. I have YouTube running on autoplay in the background. I have music running for us. Let me just get the lyrics up for you guys so you can see what we are listening to. It's this just some random chill playlist, chill mix on Apple Music. I'll skip this one because I think that one probably has copyright because I've heard of that artist. I'm assuming normally the artists that I've heard of, I typically notice that they have copyright. It's the ones that don't, that are kind of like more indie, that typically have no copyright problems. Actually, if I leave that how it is. Let's see now. Does this adjust the size in
Zohran
YouTube?
Mamdani, a self-described democratic socialist who won the primary in the race to become the next mayor of New York.
Just so you know, I have the videos on YouTube on autoplay, so they're playing things that I have no idea what it is. It could be something I like or something I don't like, but it just is what YouTube thinks I want to watch. So I don't
With New York apartments
really
costing about twice the national average, this pithy slogan has become a rallying cry
we'll
for
just watch
housing
this
activists.
though, because it just seems kind of interesting to me. A lot of times it's just stuff that's trending. So we'll let this run, and I'm gonna launch the game. So we're in the year 15 or 1459. We're playing as Greenland, and let's get started, guys. So these people are annoying.
For the past few months, I've been going to these rallies while working on a documentary about the city's housing crisis.
Could we talk to me
I don't
for a
know where to
minute?
put this YouTube window. I might actually, you know what we're gonna do? Just gonna leave this popped over there. Move this live feed window. I'll keep chat pulled up for everyone. I'll change it from top chat to live. Let me do that. I can offer better commentary when I have the volume on stuff kind of turned down. So I'm going to turn down the volume on YouTube and turn down the volume on this. These screeching protesters are beyond annoying, and I don't want it to be too loud for you or for me. So, like, I don't hold anything against their cause or whatever, but I'm neutral on everything. I don't like politics. I don't like conflict. But to be honest, I think that there are problems, but that's not really the point of today. The point of today is to relax, to play some YouTube, or to play some games on, stream it to YouTube. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Let's get started. So when we left off, we had a civil war. I don't remember what we were importing, if we were importing anything at all. I think we were importing food, but we don't have a lot of, oh my god, shut the fuck up. Screechers.
Ann Korchak, who's the board president of the Small Property Owners of New York, is one of the few landlords who attend these public meetings.
Jesus, freaking screechers.
It's really very intimidating.
Many of the people who come out to these rallies live in rent-regulated
Screeching
apartments,
women.
meaning they're already protected from the city's
You guys ever played Rome Total War? I think you'd like it.
But what about the people who don't already live in one of these apartments?
Or we are about to unlock all these regular regiments. I think
Policies like freeze the rent impact them.
I don't know, maybe we'll just recruit footmen, to be honest, because we don't have a lot of cannons or anything. Let's get this unpaused. When we do, we'll be able to build cannons here, but
I've been pawning off all my stuff just to raise extra money.
Julian Acosta and his partner Zena have been struggling to find an affordable place to live in New York. But there are fewer apartments on the market than ever before.
Any good apartment that we sold, there is a line of 20, 30, 40, 50 people already applying as well.
Julian, who works as an acupuncture assistant, never gets picked.
I tried to go to several places that we could afford, and the landlord said the same thing. They're looking for the highest income, for the software engineer that makes six-figure salaries.
Advocates for rent regulation say these laws are necessary to protect the poor and working class.
You know what? I want to check to make sure we're not getting buffering because of the. Okay, you know, I think having the music and stuff on isn't going to work today. Because I noticed that when we do that, we have a lot of issues with lagging. Although I don't know if that's just on the stream. Let me look on my phone to see if it's just on my computer's end it's buffering, or if it's buffering for the live feed. So let me go here. Okay. Okay, so it's not actually lagging. It's just basically. Hold on, is it? No, it's not lagging. The only problem we have is it's essentially like buffering on the live feed where I'm watching chat. But as long as the chat's running, I don't really mind the live feed buffering. Because I don't really need it to be like live. Actually, let me pause this so it doesn't lag it, the music or anything, or the video we're watching. So I'm going to pause the video for... okay, there we go. Pause that. Set that to stream health. Just so I can see if we're getting bad bit rate. Dude, it's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience. Okay, that's fine. We're good then. Okay.
From the landlord's perspective.
Okay.
Tyler's high income makes him a safer financial bet.
That extra like $600, $700 I'm saving is going to...
So once we build up our territory a bit more, probably these guys will collapse, because I mean we could either wait for Norway to take over this territory, or what we can do alternatively is just build up our territory to build our power ranking right here. Because when this is higher than the rebels rank, I don't know if it shows what their rank is. It might, but it might not. It is higher than theirs, so I mean, I don't know. But the good thing is, as long as we're positive on food in our market, we should not have any issues with like income, because we can sell food to the Norwegian army. So let me go here and up there. Here. See if we're selling food. Yeah, we are, but barely any. So we're gonna wanna once we capture our port from the rebels. So I think the only port we have is in Garter. Actually, might be right here. So wherever the fishing village is that I built a while ago, unless that got demolished or something. But so we have a mason here. Do we have a fishing village? I thought we did. Okay. We'll do nobility just to keep them happy. Okay. In that case, what we'll do is wait, and what we'll do is actually, I wonder if we can request not favors. If we can request gold from England or someone like that, Sweden maybe.
I come from Europe, and when I learned that...
Okay, no.
Standardized apartments are not given to people based...
I don't know why these guys won't, let's see if they'll, come on, go to the capital.
on the income, but it's just a matter of luck. I was really shocked.
Yeah, but you can basically build your way out of a rebellion if it's like a stalemate, so that's good. Oh, but there they go. Okay, cool. I hope they sail over here and not just like back over to Norway to take care of their own problems.
Is a private investigator and fraud.
I wouldn't be surprised if the AI just goes here because it's closer.
Examiner
But
in New York
it's
City.
very possible they might go over to their own territory.
It's the wealthiest
But I know sometimes AI will, like, once the new world hits in the institutions, they'll sometimes like prioritize like getting colonies, and this is technically in the new world right here, this Greenland bit. So let's see, I don't know why this is lagging. You know what? I'm just gonna close the YouTube, or maybe I'll refresh it. Oh, actually, I know what it is.
tenants who maybe live full time in Miami.
Okay, refresh that.
Rent stabilized
Yeah, there we go.
apartments are not given to people based on their income, but it's just a matter of luck.
Enter
I was really
PIP,
shocked.
picture in picture.
Emmanuel Welch is a
Okay,
private
cool.
investigator and fraud examiner in New York City.
Let me pop
Even
the
in
lyrics
France,
back up
they
for you
don't have
guys,
laws that
so
are
you know
like
what
this.
song it is.
It's the wealthiest tenants who maybe live full time.
I haven't heard 20
in
Unpouts in a
Miami
long ass
or
time.
in the Hamptons.
I used to listen to them all the time. Good stuff.
We had the case of a man who was living in Pennsylvania in a beautiful house, but he would keep his apartment rent contract.
Come the fuck on. Go over there. Stupid fucking Norway. Ah, whatever.
Near Yankee Stadium so that he could go to the
Okay,
games.
so we're gonna
and not pay
build
for a hotel.
some more and something else in build that here. Oh no, but we need stone or masonry to build the cloth maker, so that's the problem with that. So what we need to do, we need to build a masonry in Petrosvik, use the clay, and we can also use the clay for the not sand pit, the salt whatever, salt, it's called salt pit, salt collector. Okay, yeah, we can donate that, that's fine. Keep the estates happy. This lady's fucking annoying. I don't know what, her just face annoys me. I'm gonna fucking skip this video. This video is lagging anyway.
Rent-regulated tenants lucky enough to reside on Manhattan's Upper West Side enjoy some of the steepest discounts in the city. The neighborhood is known for its massive pre-war apartment buildings and elegant townhouses.
They were grand, beautiful brownstones for wealthy doctors, lawyers, bankers.
Landlords like Korchak will sometimes have the same family occupying one of their units
cool.
for generations.
I hope everyone's doing good today. I'm in a really good mood today. I woke up, like, was a little tired, went downstairs and watched an episode of Survivor I had recorded. I don't know if you guys watch that. It's pretty good. But I haven't watched much of it this season. What's this? Air, or is this our ruler? It's our... That's our Jarl. Okay, so he's like, not got anyone. Lonely, lonely Jarl. Gregarious. Oh. Okay, let's get this guy laid. Very noble. Does he have anyone? Try and get someone with good skill.
If we are making sure that people get to stay in their rented units for generation after generation, we're not making space for people who would like to come to New York and find a brighter future.
That's fine.
Edward Glazer,
About
who
his
the Wall
age.
Street Journal has called America's leading economist of urban life, is an economics professor at Harvard.
This is a common fact throughout the world that
Yeah,
urbanization
overall I
leads
think
to
it's just
prosperity and ease
pretty
is
good
all
to
about change.
just relax a bit on the weekends. And for me, gaming is pretty relaxing, so I just kind of play this to on my free time.
In 1947 at a dirt cheap price. That's a
Yeah.
terrible way to make sure that our
We're gonna want to build a sand collector, or not a sand collector, a salt collector, right here. For one, that boosts our income by 26 gold, so that's like base tax, I think. I don't know if we'll get all that, because basically I was looking at this tutorial thing, and so base tax is like all the buildings in the province, and the base tax of the... Actually, you know what? Hold on, let me see something. We have a lot of peasants, right? So like, this is peasants. So let me go here. I think there's a filter where you can see peasant buildings is irrigation, fishing village, market village, farming village, settlement. The settlement is really what we want to build, probably. Shut the fuck up.
But what about working class families?
Dude, that's
who still
annoying.
occupy the majority of rent-regulated apartments in New York? Many can't afford a market-rate unit because the median cost of a one-bedroom is about $4,400.
I wonder if we've gotten any achievement cards, or not achievement cards, what are they called?
Wouldn't everyone who isn't rich be forced to leave the city?
As a home care worker, I pay over 30% of my wages on rent. If the rent goes up again, people will suffer.
We shouldn't have to choose between medication and rent.
People can't afford this. It's impossible.
But Glazer says rent regulation is one of the
Did this
main
just say
reasons
something
it's
about
so hard to
Glazer?
find an affordable place to live in New York.
Bro, what the fuck?
Rents are artificially high because you've taken all these other units off the market. Rent control leads to misallocation of units.
We'll take the hit to blockade standards. I think that was not actually for blockading standards, because I think that's not an actual like statistic in the game, but it was like naval efficiency or something like that.
You don't need a 3-bedroom apartment anymore, but where are you going to go, right? So there's a mismatch of housing to the occupants too, because of rent stabilization. It really distorts the market.
You don't want to screw up markets. Every time we try to turn off the price mechanism, there's going to be a strange way in which people are going to try and work around it. And you can't just keep on whacking them because all sorts of strange and awful things happen.
Rent regulation has caused all sorts of strange and awful things in New York's real estate market since it was first imposed over a century ago. The most tragic case dates to the 1970s, when rent control was one of a handful of policies that
So we need masonry and lumber for this. This one we only need masonry. Masonry for farming village. Masonry for the fishing village.
Some landlords
for the
torch their
market
buildings
village we only need
insurance money because their rent rolls weren't enough to cover their expenses.
masonry.
The fire next door. CBS reports
You shut the fuck up.
This is the Bronx in New York, and the flames are the
Yeah, you
signal
will.
of a national disaster. A couple put their life savings
Okay,
into building. A rent control law left over
I think
from
what we're gonna
World War
do.
II kept a ceiling on
We're gonna try and get our pops to promote. I don't know if there's a way to do that though. So we're gonna go here. One good thing I do know that is the case is if you build buildings, so if you build it they will come type of thing, right? Like if you have available employment, that actually causes your population. So here, let me show you on the migration map. So let's find a province where I have a lot of buildings built, more than the pop. So we have 970 available employment here, right? So this takes 500, this takes 1,000, and this takes 1,000. So we have 2,500 available employment here. Okay, so like let's see what is this Sigleford or is this Lundy, whatever, Lundy, Sigleford, whatever the fuck that province is. I don't know how to pronounce that, guys. Sorry if you're Norwegian, but I don't know how to pronounce that. Or I guess Icelandic.
This purpose has long been obstructed in New York because
Where's
of various
migration?
mechanisms to privilege
Oh, I'm an idiot. I just saw it right here.
over people.
Okay, so actually, it's looking that the provinces that produce food are the ones that have the most. Oh no, because that's encouraged migration. Price of raw goods here. Why is that so low? So Actually, that's a -1.
There will be no more displacement, disenfranchisement.
Some of these people are beyond annoying. Like, I get the validness of their, but about trying to change is really annoying and just drives people up the fucking wall and makes them mad at them. Like, I find some of these people would be abrasive as hell. Like, I get that there are problems, but that's not the way to solve them. Like, just complaining and, like, screeching at someone randomly who doesn't have anything to do with it. I'm kind of watching this video, by the way, and I'm kind of not. I'm gonna put it on the monitor of the game so I can watch it better. Because I am interested in it, and I do want to watch it, so let me turn up the audio on it. What the fuck is this? Weird shit.
It also has among the highest number of rent-regulated apartments in the city. Kenny Burgos, who is head of the New York Apartment
Association, it's like a documentary, I guess.
Took me to one of the many apartments being held off the market.
I'm gonna turn the volume up on the music too.
The landlord can't...
Just for the vibes. I swear everyone turned it up a little.
Rent it because it's not up to code.
That's so weird. I think that I mean it makes sense, right? But like, because if the volume is higher, you would not expect the bandwidth it takes to be more, but it does. So that's so weird. Huh.
What bank is going to lend you $200,000 to improve an apartment when the legal rent was not even $1,100? The math just doesn't add up.
We're in the midst of a housing emergency. You know, it's a shame here because this is an apartment that can house a family.
Another community that's been impacted is Crown Heights in Brooklyn, a Black and Caribbean neighborhood that has lately become popular among recent college graduates. I once shared an apartment here with roommates. A few blocks from where I lived is a 14-unit building owned by Lincoln Eccles, who is keeping 2 of his regulated apartments vacant because he'd lose money renovating and renting them out.
My uncle bought this property in the late 50s, and he passed it on to my father.
He showed me one of his empty units.
It hasn't been touched since the tenant passed away.
The city has set the rent at about $1,000 a month, or a fraction of its market value.
This is one of those shuttered apartments. Some people call them zombie apartments. It's locked up, it's dead. The math doesn't work. Day one, I rented, I would be at a loss.
But not all of the units in his building are rent regulated. He took me on a tour of a 3-bedroom where the tenants pay $4,100 a month. However, only 3 out of the 14 units in the building are market rate like this one, and Eccles says he's going broke.
I am closing out the month.
You're gonna import that from Lisboa, and I'm gonna go here.
The politicians who champion the 2019 law
I
see
think
the
our
solution to New York's
religious
housing
buildings right
crisis
here
as
need
more government intervention, which inevitably creates new distortions in the
so we
market,
need beer,
leading
paper,
to more
lumber,
government
tools.
intervention, and so on.
We'll get all
It's
those
what Glazer called a
imported
game of
and
whack-a-mole.
then we'll pause.
New York recently passed a law limiting rent increases for market rate apartments. The state also made it harder for landlords to terminate a lease. And the law requires building owners to pay the real estate brokers who help place tenants in apartments.
So what is
One of the few votes against that
add those
bill
other ones
came
on?
from Queens Council member Vicky
0.6
Palladino,
units of beer, 0.3 units of lumber, 0.3 of paper, 0.16 of paper, and 0.5 of tools. So tools is the most in demand.
Is even more expensive.
Beer and paper is the most priority, then lumber, then tools.
Destined to fail this city.
Holy shit, shut up, lady. You're annoying.
In October, Freeze the Rent activists marched mayor's residence at Gracie Mansion, while New Yorkers going about their everyday lives looked on. Zoran Mamdani's plan to
I'm busy.
would be yet another attempt
I don't know
to
who's
fix a
knocking.
problem caused by government intervention with more government intervention.
It's true. As your next mayor, I will freeze your rent.
Give me a second, guys.
The last time I filmed at one of these rallies, Mamdani was a long-shot mayoral candidate. Now, he's the front runner.
Mamdani promised to freeze the rent for 4 years. It became the #1 political question at the debates. It is a question at the forefront of this election.
It gives us a gauge of like, what is this person willing to do for us, and how far out on a limb are they willing to go? If you're freezing the rent, you're willing to do much, much bigger things than we need you to do.
What about the people who are trying to get into rent-regulated apartments, but you don't already live in them, because they won't benefit from that rent freeze? How do they get by?
I don't know about the vacancy. I don't know about the availability, but I know that there's 1 million rent-stabilized apartments, and we're trying to hold on to them as best we can for the people that need them, who have been in them for a long time because they need them.
Ann Korchak fears that if Mamdani wins, more landlords will pull their units off the market and the entire city will suffer.
The reality is we're providing a service. You can't provide any service with rising expenses without raising what we charge for that. I hope that saner voices will be listened to in Albany and that they fix the problems that we see with these empty rent-stabilized units.
Let me get your email and your number.
Julian and Zena are currently living in a sublet in Queens that they are paying for with a government housing subsidy as they continue to look for a more permanent home.
If you don't know how to navigate the system well enough, unfortunately, it can fail you so quickly. We're still doing our best to get to a point where we can qualify for another rent-regulated place, but again, like, just depends on who they choose, and it's unfortunately not usually us.
The victims of rent regulation, such as Julian and Zena, often go unnoticed, while those who reap the benefits have the ear of politicians. If they get what they want, New York will continue on its path to becoming a city exclusively for the rich or lucky.
Rent stabilization works wonders for, quite honestly, friends that I knew from high school who are still living in their parents' apartments. Rents have barely changed since the 1970s, and they're getting a fantastic deal. But New York would also be richer if it had space for couples like, frankly, my own parents who came to New York with much less and were trying to find some kind of a future. If you dream of a city that changes, if you dream of a city that offers hope, if you dream of a city that offers opportunity to people who aren't starting as insiders, then rent control is almost in everywhere a mistake.
Recently, several people who won't invite me to their birthday.
I've seen plains birth mountains for miles. I felt the morning sun on my body like a gun as I lay waiting with the moonlight. It's been a long time since Missoula and Matilda's long black hair. Mountain, do no harm, take me back into your arms. You know I suffer for your soul. Anywhere I go, well, boys, I got a home like the river rambles to the sea. his shadow in the sunset explodes. Don't you hear that roaring westbound, where the dreamers lay to rest by the rocks? It don't matter much when my body turns to dust. Just let my wings.
Are you kidding me? Drop it! Drop the gun! Give me the gun! Hey, let go!
Shoot it! Shoot it now! I think this one could be real, guys.
I got a home like the river rambles to the sea. So when death comes knocking, I ain't gonna try and stop him. Oh, don't you worry none for me.
Well guys, we have finally arrived to the final part of the English Civil War series by Kings and Generals. The link to this video is down below. If you like my commentary or my thoughts or any of my content and you want to help support this channel,
Somewhere in this lonely world, there
feel free to please like, comment, and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And with that said, and without further ado, let's wrap this series up.
they've been revealed in my dreams. But you see, I cannot settle down. There's just too much left unfound, and I keep drifting like a cloud on the wind, on the wind. Loved ones and friends lost
What's up, shall we?
along the way.
Delta
I
Mortal Blip.
hope they have no
Fell
will
to the Scottish cause, and by 1652, the kingdom
I have
was
cried
fully absorbed into the native
so many
Commonwealth of England.
tears, leaving behind precious
After this,
hearts
Cromwell's
throughout.
young regime had assumed control over the
'Cause you see, I cannot settle
whole Isle of
down.
Great Britain, but there were still
There's
affairs of the
just
state
too much left unfound.
beyond the
I
island's
keep
shores for him to settle.
drifting like a cloud on the wind, on the wind.
Well guys, we have finally arrived.
I must keep traveling on to find a place where I belong. And if I travel to the day I die, I'll make my home somewhere far beyond the sky. 'Cause you see, I can't.
Hey, I'm gonna bust you up, plum fam!
There's just too much left unfound.
And then I'm gonna wear your clothes!
That was weird.
Drifting like a cloud on the wind, on the wind. Yeah, you see, I cannot settle down. There's just too much left unfound, and I keep drifting like a cloud on the
breaking bottles in the yard never steal my mind again. Like old ties and companions, just sitting on the fence. The tunes we've carried through the years will change, and man, that's just enough to keep these ghosts around those haunted few. But old ties and companions, you and I were just passing through.
Which would you rather have, a thought daughter or a gay son? Well, it turns out there's some things you can do to greatly reduce the likelihood of your daughter being promiscuous. When it comes to neurology, I found some very interesting things, and we're going to be talking about that alongside with some statistics, and then give you some actionable advice that will make it much less likely your daughter will be promiscuous. Firstly, whenever you discuss these things, people just say all you need is a father, and he can be a good role model and keep her from sleeping around. Is that good enough? Well, there's a little bit of truth to that, but the problem is, it really misses the point. You don't really understand the cause unless you dive into the neurology of it, because there are a whole host of other things that cause this. People end up getting the wrong idea like Sneeko.
You had a daughter, let's say, would you rather her date a 30-year-old, right out of, or would you rather her,
What age?
She's 18.
I don't want my daughter to date.
Well, she's going to.
No, she's not.
What?
My daughter's not going to date.
But that's not you to control that. It's her
Yeah,
life.
it's
She's
my
18.
daughter.
Absolutely genius. Just tell them no. Because after all, you're going to be able to control your daughter for her entire life after she turns 18. And being strict with her is totally not going to backfire and fuel rebellion in the future, right? People aren't that simple. You don't have to be incredibly strict to keep your daughter safe, to keep her from being promiscuous. And we know this because we're going to be exploring the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus is extremely complicated. You could make several videos, hours long, talking about this, as people have. But we're not one of those videos. We're only going to be discussing what's relevant